Motorcyclist killed in crash in the town of Scott. 3 people found dead in Kiel. 3 suspects due in court after a drug bust in Sheboygan. These and other local stories are coming up on this edition of Community News Review.
This is Community News Review, a service of WSCS TV, news content provided by WHBL.
I'm Maddie Pfister, and this is Community News Review for Wednesday, May 29th, 2019. Police in Sheboygan County say speed may have been a factor in a fatal motorcycle accident this past weekend. It happened Saturday in the town of Scott, and 30-year-old Charles Rigsby was headed east on County Road W when the one vehicle crash happened. Rigsby, who is from Sheboygan, died Saturday night at the Freighter Hospital in Wauwatosa. There are a lot of questions in the city of Kiel after police found 3 people in a home dead over the weekend. The Wisconsin Department of Justice says it is detectives are handling the case. They are not providing many details, and the DOJ will only say that the officers got a 911 call from a house on the city's south side shortly after 7 o'clock on Sunday night. When they arrived, officers tried to make contact with the people inside, but were unsuccessful. Officers then entered the home and found the 3 people dead inside. Kiel police have not released the identities or ages of the deceased, and they are also saying they are not saying how they died. The investigation is continuing. A preliminary hearing is scheduled for today in connection with a major drug bust in Sheboygan. 3 people already facing felony drug charges after the bust May 17th in Sheboygan. 41-year-old Ethan Massey was arrested after a search of his home revealed over a pound of meth, a loaded gun, and more than $10,000 worth of cash. This week, a woman was also arrested. 29-year-old April Dentrick said she owns the house that was searched on North 11th Street. She admitted to selling and using meth after recently getting out of prison. She was charged this week with 59-year-old Gilbert Clark, and he was charged Wednesday with felony possession of methamphetamine and possession of drug paraphernalia, which is a misdemeanor. According to court documents, Detrick and Massey both have prior felony drug convictions. An investigation is underway after a house fire in the town of Scott on Thursday. According to the Sheboygan County Emergency Dispatch Center, the call came in just before 3 o'clock p.m. Officials say they received a 911 call reporting smoke in the lower level of the residence at N1483 State Highway 28. When authorities got there, the house was fully engulfed and everyone was out of the home safely. Police say there were reports of ammunition discharging inside the house due to the fire in the residence, but no injuries were reported. The fire was declared under control at around 3:30 p.m. There is no known cause and no estimate of damage, and the fire is still under investigation. District attorney offices and public defenders will be getting more funds and more staff in the next year budget. Democratic State Representative Evan Goyke says the current public defender rates are so low that most attorneys cannot afford to handle them. There are counties, especially in the northern Wisconsin, that call dozens, hundreds of lawyers before they can find someone willing to take that criminal case. Republicans on the Joint Finance Committee approved that funding on Tuesday, and the Republican version of the plan will increase hourly rates for defenders to $70 an hour, but that does not tie that increase to the rate of inflation that Democrats wanted. The move will add 34 new staff members and assistant district attorneys across the state. The Democratic Party of Wisconsin will pick a new chair this weekend. Sheboygan native Martha Lanning is not running after leading the state party since 2015. Vice Chairman State Representative David Bowen of Milwaukee and former MoveOn.org leader Ben Wickler of Madison are seeking the support of delegates who will meet at the state party convention in Milwaukee this weekend. And finally, there will be a celebration of Bart Starr's life in Green Bay at a time and date to be announced in the near future. Family members say Starr wanted a memorial service that Packer fans could attend, and they will honor his wishes. Bart Starr Jr. said on Monday, "We really want to do something up there for those people. We know he would want that. He knew he had expressed that when he was with us, and so that was an easy call." A private funeral will be held in Starr's hometown, Birmingham, Alabama. Bart Starr was last at Lambeau Field on Brett Favre Day in 2015, and Favre tweeted, "Bart Starr was the most kind, thoughtful, and classiest person you could ever know. I consider myself extremely lucky to have called him a friend and to have been mentioned in the same breath. Deanna and I are praying for Sherry and the Starr family." Starr had been in failing health since his stroke in 2012, and Starr led the Packers to 5 NFL titles and was the MVP of the first 2 Super Bowls, and he is a former Packers coach and a member of the NFL Hall of Fame. Starr was 85. And that is our report for today. Join me again on Friday for more local news and information on Community News Review.
News content for this program provided by WHBL in cooperation with WSCS TV.